Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's the matchup we've all been waiting for. It is the senior girls final. It's Championship Friday here at Korah Collegiate between the Korah Colts and the St. Mary's Knights. And Mike, this date's been circled on the calendar, certainly my calendar all year long. This matchup was inevitable. These two teams were going to be facing each other, and they battled hard for 3 straight games in the regular season, and tonight's going to be no different. And Mike, when it comes to these two teams, and you talk about physicality, it started game 1, and I don't think I've seen a more physical contest at the senior girls level than that game number 1, and that's continued as the season gone on. And we're going to see that again here tonight at Korah Collegiate, and this gym is packed. A lot of everyone in the basketball community is here to watch this one. And let's just talk quickly about our early thoughts of the game before we go in and talk about our interviews that we've had with coaches and players and what their thoughts are. So welcome, Mike Mangley. My name is Ryan Lillington here at Korah Collegiate. And Mike, your thoughts early on this ball game tonight?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head, Ryan. It's going to be a really physical contest between two very good teams, two very, I'll say, experienced teams. These two teams are battle-tested. I mean, it was St. Mary's ending up on top of the standings to win the league at 8-1. Well, right there behind them, the Korah Colts at 7-2. And as you mentioned, they played each other 3 times. Mary's winning 2 of those games, but Korah winning the latest contest. So certainly from a matchup perspective, Korah riding a little bit of momentum into the contest as we talk about what each team might do to win. What are your thoughts on Korah's approach?
I know for sure they're going to want to be able to handle St. Mary's pressure. I think both teams are going to be having to do that and do a good job of that. And it's when you look at Korah's basketball team and what I call the big 4 of Delaney Elliott, Michaela Tremblay, Elizabeth Burrows, and Mia Lumaranta. If those girls have to be their best when their best is required, and that's tonight. And if they do that, they're certainly going to be tough to beat. And they want to play aggressive defense. Both of these teams will, and I think it's the team that handles that pressure the best and is able to slow down in the half court and not rush their offense will be the most successful. But rebounding is big for Korah, and they're in defensive intensity as well. And on the St. Mary's side, it's a lot of the same, Mike. Their team is very well skilled on both sides of the ball, lots of leadership, and their defense has been strong the entire year. And they started day 1 with a ton of defensive pressure, and they've maintained that the entire year. And their ability to turn that defense into offense is key. And we'll now talk a little bit about what each team had to say in regards to this game. And both teams are extremely excited, and talking to the leaders of both teams, they had some great things to say. And we'll start with Michaela Tremblay on the Korah side. She felt that the keys to the game were shutting down their shooters. Certainly Peyton Magley and Ella Zachary are deadly from the outside, Yaremko as well. And she thought that defensive intensity was key, and getting our own shooters open. She spoke of how they too have some shooters, and they want to get them open with some open shots. And as far as what she needed to do, Michaela said mental toughness. She wanted to bring that mental toughness to the game and that defensive intensity. And her team relies on her to get boards, and she certainly felt that she had to do that for her team for them to be successful. As far as an unsung hero, asked her, if there was somebody in your team that maybe doesn't get the credit that she deserves, and maybe if she has a great game, will be that unsung hero. And she mentioned Madison Pelche.
Nice.
She said that she plays anywhere that the team asks her to, and she works her butt off every day in practice, and just such a great team player. So ironically, Mike, the unsung hero of the junior game ended up being the athlete of the game, and certainly took over. So these girls are certainly capable of contributing in big ways. And as far as the parting words from their coach when they left yesterday, Coach Barrett Williams, who does a fantastic job with their senior team, he really wanted the girls to play free and have fun. And the work that they had put in, and the hay was in the barn, so to speak. They put the work in. They know how to play. They know how to play winning basketball. And he just wanted to go out there and execute on both sides of the floor and play free. And I think that's just a great message from Coach Barrett Williams. And on the St. Mary's side, Michael, I had an opportunity to talk to your daughter, Peyton Magley, who's certainly a big contributor on her team and the leader of the ball club. And she said she really felt that the team needed to use their team speed as an advantage, convert and transition like they do so well. And as far as what she's going to bring to the team and what she felt that she needed to do is she needed to find a way, any way to help her team win. Not necessarily one thing, but any way that she could on offense and defense and transition to help her team win. She felt that she had to do that for her team. And when she mentioned an unsung hero for her team, she felt that Martina Pucci and her defense on Delaney Elliott was going to be key, and her confidence has certainly gotten better and better as the season gone on, and she's very happy with Martina, and really felt that she could be the unsung hero.
Yeah, some great insights. Some of them I just heard for the first time on live TV, so pretty cool. I did have a chance to talk to Coach Dave Zagordo for St. Mary's, and he had a lot of good things to say. He's been coaching a number of years, and I asked him what makes this team unique, and he just talked about the depth that this team has, that they can go 10 to 12 deep, and certainly is unique for this squad. And he also remarked that this is the first time his team's been healthy all season, so he picked a very good time to have the full complement of the bench and the starters that he wants in the lineup. In terms of his highlights of the season, did want to ask him what his highlights were, and you know what? He said they've had and competed in very competitive games all season. Certainly he mentioned the Korah games, but he said the changing point or the turning point of the season was that Fanshawe championship. He said the team just really came together in that tournament, and they were able to get the title there. And he really talked about, in terms of highlights, he's really got 4 players that he can count on. He talked about Ella Zachary, he talked about Peyton Magley, he talked about Abby McKnight, players that really he can count on to contribute, and he's really looking forward to some others contributing to tonight's contest. And really quickly, Ryan, his keys to victory tonight in the eyes of Dave Zagordo was keep the pressure up, which you talked about. He wants to pressure and contain the Korah attack. For their end of the bargain, they need to take care of the ball and reduce the number of turnovers. So that was certainly an area of focus for him this week in practice. Rebounding is going to be huge. You talked about the big 4. I'm going to throw Vivi Merlino into that mix too. So they got 5 very good players that can rebound. That's going to be key. And really getting points from, like I said, a variety of players is going to be huge if St. Mary's wants to get that victory tonight.
No, absolutely. And talking with Coach Barrett Williams of Korah before the game, his keys to victory, they really wanted to control the tempo. They wanted to make smart decisions with the ball, limit their unforced turnovers. They want to play that strong defense, limit second chance opportunities for St. Mary's, and just really focus and really brought home the point that you really want them to enjoy the moment and have fun. Really enjoy the entire process. They've worked extremely hard all year, and talking to the players, they're extremely happy with the game plan that they have in place for tonight's game. And Coach Williams also elaborated a little bit and said that he's really hoping for a well-matched game like they've been playing all year, and that it's entertaining for the fans. And certainly the fans have certainly come out to support their athletes. And he said that they have a ton of respect for St. Mary's and their program, and really excited to compete against them again tonight. And these two teams faced each other last year in the city final, and it was a very entertaining game last year at Superior Heights, and tonight's going to be no exception.
Yeah, what a treat. And again, appreciate your insights. And, we got 2 teams here that are probably 2 of the top, if not the best teams in their high school in Northern Ontario. And we're fortunate, like you said, to have a treat tonight as they announce the starting lineups for both teams. It's It really is going to be a physical contest, and we look forward to it. I'm going to pass it over to you as we get closer to tip.
Yeah, you know what? They're just announcing the starting lineups. Abby Dremko, she's just a fantastic grade 11 player here for St. Mary's. She can shoot it. She's great at attacking the 45 and distributing. And Abby McKnight, I've had the pleasure of working with her coaching-wise, and she's just an eyes wide open type of player, and she's going to have to step up and play physical against Michaela Tremblay and finish on the offensive end when she gets that opportunity. Ella Zachary, very happy to see her out here tonight. She's a sharp shooter for the Knights. Certainly someone you can't leave open or she'll make you pay. And Michael, very excited for you as you get to watch your daughter Peyton play in her last game as a St. Mary's Knight. And she's been such a huge contributor over the years, and certainly last year was no exception. And this year she is the player for the team. And so very happy for you to be able to have that opportunity and watch your daughter, not only watch her play, but be able to call the game as well.
Yeah, thanks, my brother. And you know what, just this opportunity to call the game, you know, I wasn't going to take it at first because I just want to enjoy the moment, but they certainly ran out of options. So you unfortunately got to sit beside me for this one, but it was a pleasure calling the junior game with you, and I look forward to working with you for this exciting matchup. And you know, we've been teasing this enough. I think we're ready to go. Absolutely.
Starting lineup for the Korah Colts: number 21, Elizabeth Burrows; number 5, Maddie Pelche; number 15, Mia Lumaranta. It's Tremblay taking the tip, number 33, and Delaney Elliott. And right off the bat, the Colts start off quickly, but Pelche is unable to get the finish. She gets it back. She shoots it, and just in and out. And a little bit too strong there by Michaela. And I think we're going to find that from both teams, Mike. I don't think you're going to see a lot of scoring here in the first 4 minutes. The pressure by both teams. Here comes the Korah Colts. Looks like maybe a 2-2-1 press. And it is going to be a 2-2-1 press to start the game for the Colts. And I think, again, the team that can really slow the game down in their head once they get into the half court. I don't see either team being successful in the trap per se as getting early turnovers, but I do see them being effective in speeding the other team up in the half court. So if they can, the team that I think plays the game slower in their head when they cross half court is going to be the one that's most successful. So we'll see how the pressure is handled here by both teams early on, but I'm going to guess after 4 minutes are gone in this one, we're going to see a score like 6-4.
Yeah. It probably will be a 1 or 2 score difference by the end of this. It's going to be a really tight contest, and we had an interesting stoppage there. We got some questioning going on. We had an interesting stoppage with the ball stuck in the apparatus there. As it's a slow starting, everyone's got nerves, including the coaches, as they start talking.
And now here's the full court man-to-man pressure by St. Mary's, and it results in a turnover as Pucci gets the first steal of the game for the Knights. And there's Ella Zachary for 3. Can't leave her open. That was just off the mark, but a nice rebound there by Mia Lumaranta. Back come the Colts. It's Lumaranta to Tremblay. Nice and calmly gets it back to their point guard, Delaney Elliott. And she's going to have Martina Pucci on her all night long, and that's going to be a matchup you're going to want to keep an eye on. And if I'm Coach Barrett Williams, I'm just taking Delaney Elliott into the post and let her go to work on a smaller, shorter Pucci. But we'll see how that develops as the game goes on. And here's Ella Zachary now for the Knights.
Yeah, good steal by Zachary, and see what they can come
Jaremko
up with.
attacks the 45. No contact, they say, and the ball just goes out of bounds, but it'll stay St. Mary's basketball as it was blocked by a Colts defender. So we'll have a baseline out of bounds play for the Knights, and it's Abby McKnight looking to inbound it, and she does. But the ball is tipped again out of bounds by Delaney Elliott, and it'll stay St. Mary's basketball. We'll see what they're going to try to do here on this baseline out of bounds play, and they line it up. And Jaremko goes strong to the basket at the 45, and she gets a pump fake, gets her up in the air. Her shot is up and long and rebounded there by Delaney Elliott. Gets it up to Tremblay, up to Maddie Pelche, and her shot is off the mark. A couple early opportunities for Maddie Pelche, and she's just a little bit off the mark, but not off the mark is Jaremko as she goes up strong and one. Number 7, for the Knights, just going up strong in transition. She initiates the contact and finishes.
Yeah, as we got Abby Jaremko breaking the tie and heading to the line for the N1 situation. Like you said, that was a good take by Jaremko. 2-0 St. Mary's. Unfortunately, she misses the bonus.
Burrows now, her shot is off the mark. So Korah certainly getting some good looks early, Mike. They're just rushing it a little bit. You know, they really got to focus on the finish. And, you know, always telling my boys and girls that the most important part of every possession is the finish. So doing all the hard work to get there, just need to take a little bit more time and execute near the basket. So I'm sure as the game goes on, the nerves will settle in and they'll start making these easy baskets. Yeah. And here's now the Knights now moving the ball nicely. It's Pucci looking to take a shot of her own. She does. And on the end line was Ella Zachary, and not sure about that one, but it will be Korah basketball. And here's our full court pressure once again.
So, sorry, Ryan, I was just going to say I agree with you. It's a lot of nerves early in this contest. We said it with the junior game as Delaney Elliott's going to get an easy bucket.
She's not going to miss from there. It's Korah's first two, and it's all tied up.
So, yeah, both teams just need to settle down. Ball security is going to be important. Just a little too careless on both sides.
Addie Tremblay's into the game early here for the Colts. So Addie into the ball game and replacing Maddie Pelche. And sisters are on the floor together here, number 22 and 33. And both of these girls are multi-sported, playing volleyball and basketball and other sports as well, I'm sure. And they just excel in any sport that they play. And there's Zachary going up strong. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, both you and I had a chance to talk to Ella Zachary before this championship game, and she heads to the line. It's going to be pretty key if St. Mary's wants to win this championship, and she let me know that she really wants this one. She's never won a championship in high school, and certainly was one of the drivers of her returning as she misses that first one.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to her too, Mike, and just such a mature young lady, and certainly no stranger to competitive sports and being a huge part of this team. And she makes the second one. When I asked her, what the keys of the game were, she had mentioned that, they wanted to play really great defense and rebound well, play calm. Don't rush their opportunities when they have it on the offensive end. And when it came to what she had to do for the team to be successful, rebounding was key for her, and getting open shots and making them for her team. And there she is on cue, and that was just a little bit too strong. So the adrenaline's still pumping a little bit here, Mike. And like I said, this first 4 minutes, we're not going to see a lot of offense, but that's certainly going to change as the night goes on. And there's Abby McKnight. She goes up strong twice. Thought she was fouled in the second one, but back come the Colts, and Elizabeth Burrows, she's not going to miss from there. And the Colts now take the lead 4-3.
A couple lead changes. Like you said, they're going to let them play on. Shooting percentage not very good for either team, but it's close just as we expected. And
nice job there, Jaremko, with her second basket of the ball game. Does a great job with her pump fakes, gets her defender up in the air. She drives to 45, pulls up and makes no mistake.
Yeah, and that's off Delaney Elliott. She tried to keep it in, and it went off her foot.
And again, you can't have those turnovers. I know there's a lot of pressure here, but they're not going to have, this is senior basketball. You're not going to have a lot of problems breaking the press. So I think both teams really just need to calm down, realize that they can beat these presses and just not rush it when they're in the half court. And, just to talk a little bit more about Ella Zachary, she said, communication was going to be big, and she wanted to be a leader for this team tonight. And certainly they're going to be relying on her to do that. And when it comes to an unsung hero for her, just like your daughter mentioned, she mentioned Martina Pucci, and she's her defense against Delaney tonight is going to be extremely important. Her passing has improved all year. She's a smart player, and again, her confidence has been gaining as every game has gone on. And having done a lot of St. Mary's games, I have to agree with them. Martina is an established soccer player and certainly a fantastic athlete, but Basketball-wise this year, she's really stepped it up and been a big contributor for the Knights.
Yeah, no, it's some great insights, and you you always learn this stuff. When I talked to Ella, I thought she was going to immediately talk about how important the three-pointer shot was going to be, and how important scoring was going to be. And no, she's totally bought into Coach Segordo's system, and she talked about defense first and how it was going to be critical for her to be good on both sides of the floor, defending, rebounding. And she did say if she's got some open shots, she's going to take them. And both you and I would expect to hear that.
Absolutely. And Korah's 2-2-1 defense causes turnover. And, for Martina Pucci, you don't want to see too much of that. You're fouling 90 feet away from the basket, and you don't want to start getting in foul trouble. You get 2 quick ones here in the first, and now you got to sit on the bench, and that means somebody else is going to be guarding Delaney Elliott. So Martina's got to be a little smarter and not be too aggressive. And there's a nice job on the jump ball, and now they're one of those girls that's going to give up that ball too easily. And Magley and Bateman certainly staring each other down, and it's all love and war for sure out here for these girls. They laugh it off now.
Yeah, it's going to be battles like that all night as McKnight tries to pick off the pass, just knocks it out of bounds. Like you said, that foul by Pucci is totally unnecessary, so she's got to clean that up.
Oh, you love the aggression. You just got to be smart because you don't want to be giving away that. And here's Korah in transition off the press break. And again, you beat the pressure. If you don't have it, don't force it, because every possession in a game like this, you're going to want to get a good look at the basket. And there's Pucci with a good look, and her shot is just strong. And back comes Mia Lubranta, who after a great rebound just turns it over. And now Ella gets it to the top to Magley. Pucci now swings it over to Jaremko. She makes no hesitation whatsoever, and her shot is just a little strong.
Yeah, Abigail Jaremko certainly has the hot hand. I don't blame her for taking that shot in the corner. She got 4 points so far in this quarter. It's a tight one, 5-4 in favor of Mary's.
There we go, Addie Tremblay, and that quick hands and the quick feed by Pucci. She knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be a baseline out of bounds here for Korah, and we'll see what they draw up here for their baseline out of bounds play. Lubranta to pass it in. Wide open is
good block.
Is Burrows, but she gets her shot blocked. But this time, Mia Lubranta goes up strong, and she gets fouled by McKnight, and she's going to go to the line for 2. So,
yeah, McKnight saying, I just put up my hands. It's going to be a foul, and Lubranta is pretty good from the line. That's probably not someone I want to foul very often in this game.
Yeah, the first game of the year, Mike, between these two teams, Mia wasn't there. And when I watched that game and saw the physicality of that game, and I was just blown away by it. And when you have a game that physical and number 15 isn't playing, you know that it's going to be even more physical when she gets out there. And when you talk about defensive intensity, you got to talk about number 15, because she brings defensive intensity to a whole new level. And nice seeing her out there now. And this game is everything we thought it was going to be. And there's an open shot by Pucci. Shot is off the mark, and it's going to be now Korah basketball. I thought that one went off the Knights as well, but
yeah, so did Coach Segordo, and it's going to be Korah basketball. I'd like to see St. Mary swing that ball a few more times. Or just
called a foul there on number 20. Now 20 or 30? If that was 30, that's Pucci's second, and I'm not sure.
Didn't catch it.
You can't have these turnovers, girls.
A little sloppy.
Again, you beat the pressure, you get it over half, and you just throw it away. There's no need. Slow it down, get a good look in the half court, and just, there we go. There's McKnight. She's not going to miss from there. And McKnight now gets the home team up by 1.
Yeah, and just that extra pass. Peyton finding her in the paint, and McKnight with the patience.
What a great effort there by Abby Dramko. It's not even the fact that they have the basketball, but causes a foul against Delaney Elliott. And, these fouls can be big down the stretch. And I'm not sure who called the timeout there, Mike, but, so far, it's exactly what I thought it would be, right? I mean, you look at the first quarter, we're already 6 minutes in, and the score's 7-6, not a ton of scoring. Both teams are kind of rushing it a little bit once they beat the pressure. A few too many turnovers. And, both coaches are saying the exact same thing. Girls, just calm down.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Let's settle down. We know what the other team is trying to do. We've beaten these presses before. We know how to beat them. Once we beat them, let's just really slow it down. Every possession in a game like this is important. You want to get a good look at the basket. We call them rob shots, right? We want every possession to end in a rob shot, which means in range, open, and on balance. And that can mean anything from underneath the basket to outside the three-point line. And, both teams have had some good looks. Korah with some good looks early underneath the basket. Unfortunately, adrenaline, I think, had a little bit of a factor there, a little bit too strong. And then St. Mary's having some good looks here as well, especially from the outside. And a couple of those shots just in and out. So I think as the game goes on, Mike, you're going to see a little bit more scoring, girls settling in a little bit. But again, this pressure and defense by both teams is just relentless.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's in a bit of foul trouble as Martina Pucci has to take a seat.
Yeah, so that was her second. And, we talked about it earlier, Mike, that foul she had 90 feet away, right? Doesn't seem that consequential. But when she gets that second one, it certainly makes a big difference. And you're going to call it travel here and beat Korah basketball.
Chloe Carrillo entered the game for Pucci and called on the travel. And we also have Emily Edgar into the contest as Abby McKnight checked out. I think any other changes on Korah? Oh, yeah, there was one. Katie McFarlane into the contest. She's dangerous from outside with the three-point shot.
No, absolutely. Katie's been battling injuries all year. It's really nice to see her out there, and she is a sharpshooter for the Korah Colts. And I've had the pleasure of coaching her in various programs with Elite A basketball, and she just always wants to learn and always wants to put the time in. And unfortunately, this year for her, injuries have slowed her down, but she's out there now for the Colts and looking to contribute. Ella Zachary now to Magley. Magley's shot is up. Boom! Peyton Magley for three.
That was a big-time bucket. That was good all the way from 6'13" Douglas. Nice shot by Peyton in rhythm, too.
Yeah, that was just a great shot. And, as a defense, you want to limit those rhythm threes. And Peyton, she knew exactly what she wanted to do as soon as that pass was coming her way and her feet were set. She had 10 toes facing the rim, and she made no mistake on that one. And big bucket here early for Magley. And now it's McFarlane now. She goes down the sidelines and looking for a teammate. And now she just turns it over. And Ella Zachary now. Zachary drives.
Good patience.
It's a great job. And can't get it to fall, and it'll give me a jump ball situation here as the girls crash to the floor. And
well, we called it.
It's
going to be a WWF match breaking out at the Korah gym tonight.
For sure. They better have extra ice packs there on the sidelines. Sorry. There we go. Beautiful job on the inbounds. Out of bounds play, and it's Jaremko for two more for the Knights, and they've increased their lead to 12-6, and there's just another senseless turnover. And if I'm Coach Barrett, I'm going to want to get Delaney back in the ball game, because it just appears that they're struggling getting the ball in bounds with this pressure.
Yeah, Delaney certainly calms things down on the Korah side, and Emily Edgar with a nice inbound pass last time.
Nice job by Magley. Edgar's shot doesn't fall, and here come the Colts. It's McFarlane now, looking for a teammate. She gets it to Lumaranta. She's got an advantage now. There's Michaela Tremblay. Her shot is up, and that's off the mark. Rebounded there nicely by Jaremko, and back come the Knights. Oh, there's a travel there. She knows it.
Yeah, you don't expect that from at this stage of the season, and Abby's off to a good start in this game. But you turned the ball over when you had a chance to maybe take another bucket, so let's see if that proves to be critical.
Nice job there by Bateman going strong to the hoop. She's going to be rewarded with 2 from the line. And nice job that time in transition by the Colts. And, that's one way to, kind of limit the pressure from the other team is beating them for some fast break points. But still a contested layup, and certainly she's going to have to earn 2 from the stripes. And we'll see what happens here as Emily Bateman is at the line for 2, and she makes the first one. Checking in the game for the Knights is number 4, Sydney Withers, and I've been so impressed with her play all season long, so nice to see her on the floor for the Knights.
Dan, I watched the game that you called on Wednesday as Bateman hits her second, goes 2 for 2. I watched and listened to your game call on Wednesday and was pleasantly surprised to see.
And one huge bucket there by number 33.
Chloe Carrillo with the N1 bucket. But yeah, I'll finish that thought. I was very surprised to see Sydney Withers in the lineup, and happy to see her as she's been battling injury as well. And like you said, she's a little spark plug and can do a lot of good things on the court. So I was just happy to see her in the lineup, and so was Coach Ziggy.
No, absolutely. She's just such a smart player. She's a great passer with both her right and left hand. She does a great job leading the team as a point guard, and maybe with those injuries it's slowing her down. Maybe she's unable to, really take charge of those ball handling duties. But having her out there nonetheless is certainly something good for the Knights and her teammates. And seeing Chloe Carrillo come in and giving them some great minutes early is also very encouraging for Coach Zagordo. As she's another grade 11 player who's really contributing. And there's Addie Tremblay now. And she can't get it to fall.
Good rebound by Peyton. And
Addie deserved a better fate on that one. And there's Jaremko a little bit off balance on that one, a little bit forced. And back comes Lumaranta. McFarland now over to Addie Tremblay. Attacks the kill zone, does Mia Lumaranta. And
nice block by Edgar.
Beautiful job on the defensive side by Edgar, blocking Bateman's shot. And after one quarter here at Korah Collegiate in the senior girls final, it's the Knights 14 and the Korah Colts 8.
Yeah, you know what? That last minute, St. Mary's was in the bonus, so they had to be very smart on defense and not take unnecessary fouls. So well played quarter by both teams, as both teams try to loosen up and really get into this game. Like you said, 14-8, and there's a few players that we're going to have to track into some foul trouble early.
Yeah, and I was really, we talked about it earlier, Mike, before the game started, and talking with a few parents as well. I was talking with some of the parents, and just kind of going with Julie Zachary here just by the booth, and just talking about hopefully neither team gets into foul trouble early. They both like to play physical. You'd hate to see the star players getting 2 quick fouls and having to sit on the bench, and it is going to be something to keep an eye on for sure. And certainly a lot of key players on both sides, and you don't want them getting that foul trouble early. And Mike, we'll just take this opportunity now to thank a few of our sponsors.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. We would like to thank our corporate champions who have been around for Saultsports all season long: Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, Freeze Frame Photos by Bob Davies, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and True House Sports Radio. If you're interested in having your business highlighted on Saultsports TV, contact Saultsports at saultsports@gmail.com as we kick off this second quarter.
Nice job by Katie McFarland keeping it in. She gets it to Tremblay. She goes up strong. She's fouled, and now she'll go to the line for 2.
I didn't catch the number on that foul. I don't know if you did.
I believe it was Carrillo, but I could be wrong. I didn't catch it either. Nice job there by Michaela making the first one. And Mike, we saw it in the junior game. It didn't end up making a difference, obviously, but in this game it certainly will. Foul shooting is going to be huge, and I think when you have a close game like this, every point is going to matter. So hopefully these girls can have some consistency from the line, and we'll see what kind of an impact that has moving forward. And here's Jaremko now. Attacks the kill zone. She looks for a player back door. Good defense there by the Knights. And there's Peyton Magley. Her shot is just off the mark. And now back come the Colts in transition. And again, no need to force that pass. You got to slow down, says Coach Williams, and he's absolutely correct. There's no reason to force these passes once you're coming down the floor. And there's Magley with another shot opportunity, and that's just off the mark. And
14-9 St. Mary's, and it's going to be Korah ball in their end.
Yeah, I got to agree with the St. Mary's fans there again. It's just, it looked like perhaps the Korah player had possession of the ball last, but here it is again. Well. Here comes McFarland. Got to be careful of those active hands, and there's Lumarata for three. The shot is off the mark. Rebounded there nicely by McFarland.
Second chance opportunities for Korah. St. Mary's talked about having to secure it. It's going to be Korah ball again.
Yeah, you certainly got to get bodies on these Korah Colts. And there's Maddie Pelchin out with an opportunity. Oh, she just can't get it to fall.
Yeah, it was a good-looking shot. Just didn't drop for her.
That's her best attempt of the night so far. And there's Carilla now. She gets it out to Abigail Jaremko. Abby's with a nice little pull-up. It's short. Kept
nice
it nicely.
Save.
And now Withers now gets it back out to Magley. Swings it to Carrillo. Can't leave her open.
Good
rebound nicely. Smart decision there by Withers getting it back out. Jab step, but she steps out of bounds. No, they called a foul before that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing as you. I thought she stepped out of bounds, but it's going to be St. Mary's ball with 20 seconds left as Zachary checks in. Top scorers in the first quarter for St. Mary's. It was Jaremko with 6.
Kind of surprised to only see 2 referees out here, Mike, in a game like this. It's tough to see everything. And you certainly want to get it right more than maybe what's happening now. And only having 2 referees out there is certainly difficult. And there's Merlino having a hard time getting a hold of that basketball, and it'll be St. Mary's ball.
Yeah, first time we've seen her in the game. Merlino, that is.
Jaremko now looking to go against Pelche, and Pelche does a great job on defense, forcing the pass out, and Withers now.
And 10 seconds left on the clock. It's the first time we're going to see True Toms check into the game for St. Mary's.
Yeah, True's another grade 11 athlete, and she was battling injuries all year, and a lot of times we do their games, so she was in street clothes. So seeing True out here is again another big a good sign for the Knights, and she's out there diving on the floor, and Michaela comes out with it, and Merlino now with the ball. McFarland to Pelche. Burrows setting a screen for McFarland. McFarland now.
Oh, nice steal by True Toms.
You got to be careful with True on the floor. She's a great athlete and very, very good on defense, and she's extremely quick. And you play with it up front, she's going to take it. And there's Zachary going up strong, and they're going to call a block there.
She was mauled in the paint there.
It certainly looked that way, but she didn't get the benefit of the doubt that time. And Edgar now will have it out of bounds.
Yeah, 1 point scored in this quarter so far.
Withers.
Right on cue.
For 2.
16-9 now is a big bucket.
Here comes Merlino. See, once they beat that pressure at that time, I just like to see Merlino just be a little bit more aggressive. And looks like the shot clock didn't start, so they're going to bring it down a few more seconds. But once you get that positional advantage, I would have just liked to see Merlino attack the 45 and try to get something out of that. And she just waited for her defender to catch back out to her and get neutral. And I just, you don't want them to rush in transition, but certainly when you have that positional advantage, you want to continue it and hopefully turn that small advantage into a big advantage opportunity. Colts here with the sidelines at a bounce play.
Yeah, Tremblay checked out and Bateman checks into the game for Korah. We've got a number of players in foul trouble still sitting out. We got Delaney Elliott still on the bench. Abby McKnight, who, as I say that, gets up from the bench and will check in, more than likely for Edgar.
Yeah, I mean, I think Coach Williams has a number in mind as far as how far this game gets out of hand. And, I do think that if the Knights score another bucket here, you got to trust that Delaney's going to be able to play with a couple fouls. You don't want her to get that third foul, but, you don't want this game to get out of hand before you put her back in. So we'll see what that number is for Williams. And here's Ella Zachary now. Peyton Magley. She rips it, passes it over to Toms. Toms now. Swings it to Withers. Withers looking to get it inside to McKnight. I like that matchup, but True Toms travels.
And you mentioned True coming off a pretty significant injury. Hasn't played a ton this season, so a little bit of a miscue there, but she'll atone for it for sure. She's a smart player.
McFarland. Really impressed to see so many grade 11s from both teams really contributing here in the early going of this championship game, and they're going to have to find some scoring from this group. And there's Bateman, and she can definitely score from there.
I agree. She's a good shooter.
That one is just short, and shots are not falling from the outside for either team. Magley, the only one with a 3 so far this game, and certainly both teams are getting their opportunities, and soon these shots are going to fall.
Yeah, when you look up and down the stat sheet, other than Jaremko with 6, Magley, as you said, with 3, there's a bunch of 2s on the board for both teams. So we knew it was going to be low scoring, but I didn't predict a 16-19 score with 3 and change left in the half.
Yeah, again, just a little bit rushed in that first half for both these teams, making some passes that maybe they shouldn't make, turning the ball over unnecessarily. And certainly, Mike, I describe it like a quarterback in football where, for a quarter and a half, you're getting a ton of pressure, you get sacked a couple times, and all of a sudden your line protects you, but you still feel like you're being rushed. So it's not like you're seeing ghosts out here, but they're certainly feeling that the pressure is still there, and if they can just get that ball over half, okay, mission accomplished. Now we got 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Let's take our time. Let's move the ball. Let's manipulate the defense. Let's get a good shot, and then go get that rebound. If both teams can learn to do that the rest of the way, we're going to see a lot cleaner basketball game, and realize that just because a player's calling for the ball or she looks like she might be open for a second, you don't got to make that pass. Pass up a good opportunity for a great opportunity, and certainly these girls are capable of doing that. We'll see if that happens here this rest of the way.
It's almost like you heard both coaches talking to their teams. That would exactly be the speech. So let's see what we got coming out of the break.
Zachary now looks over to Pucci. He's back in the ball game with 2 fouls. Magley gets over to True Tom. She's being guarded by Pelche. Ella Zachary, she attacks. The ball did not hit the rim. So it will be Korah basketball. And the one thing I've seen Zachary do a great job is, I've mentioned a couple times the kill zone. That's just on the other side of the foul line. It's a rectangle. It's a rectangle, a shallow one just inside the foul line. And it's an area you want to attack with the basketball so you can make some read decisions and kick it out to your teammates. And Zachary's done a great job attacking that area 2 or 3 times already in the first half.
Yeah, she's got to stick with it. She came up empty a few times, just 1 point for Zachary, but stick with it and right on cue with the steal.
Great defense there by Zachary. She mentioned it before the game. She just wanted to find any way to help her team win, and that's going to certainly help the Knights. Zachary with the steal and then the finish.
That was a great individual effort as now they double up the score, 18-9.
There's a foul there by True Toms. Coach wants her to beat her to the sidelines, and don't let that ball handler beat her there. And if you can sprint there and stick your foot right out of bounds, you might get a charge or certainly possibly a turnover. So Coach Segura wanting True to be a little quicker there on the sidelines, and in comes Addie Tremblay. And
Lou Maranta also checked in. She's going to inbound in place of Bateman, who takes a seat.
Yeah, she's just such a smart player, Lou Maranta. You need her in the ball game for sure with Delaney Elliott out of the game. And that ball is in and out of the hands of Burrows. And Zachary's very aggressive, but they're going to call a player control foul.
Questionable call. Yeah, I don't blame the St. Mary's bench.
Yeah, you don't like it if it goes against you, but I mean, as a basketball coach, Mike, and if I'm on their side, I don't like rewarding the out-of-control players. I'm not saying that Ella was totally out of control there, but that one could go either way, and I can certainly see why Coach Segura didn't like it, but that one certainly could go either way.
Yeah, and the beauty of Saultsports, we can watch it back later on.
It just looked like her shoulder was she kind of extended a little bit, pushing that defender away. But yeah, we'll certainly get to see the replay of that and see if it was indeed offensive or defensive foul. But none of that matters when the referee calls it. He's not changing his mind.
That's right. He's not going to change it tomorrow. And on the hard court, we took Pucci with a foul. Now St. Mary's with 4 team fouls. So
nice little sidelines out of bounds play here for the Colts. And got to be careful. You don't want to turn it over. And that was Molino now. Her shot is up and good. Nice shot there by Merlino, and that's her first 2 of the ballgame.
Yeah, very good individual effort by Merlino. Sparks her team. 18-11 now for Marys.
Abby's pass just out of the outstretched hands. Coach Segura doesn't like that decision, and certainly lets Abby know about it. And back comes the pressure for the St. Mary's Knights.
Yeah, you got to simplify things. He was looking for her to swing it out.
Another turnover. You can't have that. You got 8 seconds to get it across the line, girls. It's going to be Korah basketball here.
Just very, very sloppy performance there.
I apologize as the game goes on. I'm losing my voice and getting more nasally here as we go here. Seems a bug is going around Sault Ste. Marie, and I seem to be getting it as well. And Merlino now, she has it at top.
Thanks for letting me know I'm sitting beside you. But
yeah, no problem.
Also working against you is this crowd. It is a fantastic crowd here at Korah. You and I have watched a lot of games over the years at this particular barn, and the crowd is doing their part in this particular championship tonight.
Yeah, great to see all these people here. Lots of legends in the crowd as well. You know, basketball coaching legends like Louis Mazuka here today. Saw him here with his regular crew. And Louis always loves to watch basketball whenever he can. And tonight's no exception. Magny now. Swings it to Pucci. She's open. They let her shoot it. And that was a mistake.
Shot.
Boom! The bank stays open late for Martina Pucci. And she nails that one from distance. And just a huge shot for her team. And that extends the lead to 10 points.
And looking for the double-double here. Like you said, she must bank at TD. They're open till 8 o'clock. Off the glass and in for Pucci. And now an opportunity to double up here.
Nice inbounds play. They got the open look they were looking for. Just can't get it to fall. And now Addie Tremblay now gets it up to Lumeranta. Don't force it.
Yeah, That was a good move by Limeranta, just didn't fall.
Yeah, she tries the Euro step, can't get it to fall, however, and but it does retain. They do retain possession, and we'll see a baseline out of bounds play here for the Colts. Berlino now. She loses the handle of no foul called, and it's going to go back to the Knights.
I don't know if we've seen Elliott this entire quarter, Coach.
We haven't seen her for the last 8 minutes, and I don't know, man. I can understand wanting to not get her. There's a travel. Not wanting to get her third foul, but at some point you have to trust your veteran players to play smart and play through it, and you don't want this game to get out of hand. And certainly 10 points is not out of hand, but you don't want it to get any worse than that. And here's a big possession here, a great opportunity. Burrows can't get a handle on it. And it's still going to retain. Still going to be Korah basketball, but a nice opportunity wasted there by the Colts.
Yeah, and fortunate opportunity that Abby, when she picked it up for St. Mary's, she was out of bounds. So, like you said, it's going to be Korah ball. Tremblay going to inbound as the referees try to sort things out on the court. Oh, good read by Abigail Jaremko to knock the inbound pass out of bounds, but it will be Korah possession with now 34 seconds left on the clock.
So certainly a 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Colts if they want one, and they're going to have to get a shot off here quickly and get 2 possessions for one. And unfortunately, they just throw it away, and now it's the Knights now with an opportunity to extend their lead. It's Jaremko to Pucci. That one's just short, but nice rebound there. Oh,
that looked bad.
Calls a jump ball there, and True Tom's showing her toughness. She bounces off the floor. It's going to be St. Mary's basketball with 21.3 seconds left. So I'm Coach Zagordo. I'm making sure we get the last shot here. You're happy with a 10-point lead going into half. You certainly don't want to miss and give them an opportunity to shorten this lead. So you're going to look at certainly a last shot opportunity here for the Knights.
Totally agree. Let's see if they execute it.
Foul. The ball will go back underneath the basket with a baseline out of bounds play. 18.5 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Points is the difference, 21-11.
Here's Jaremko now. She gets fouled as well. Oh, they're going to give her shots for that.
Yeah, it looked like she attempted a shot, but...
no, they're not even expecting shooting. See, the Knights weren't even expecting her to be shooting there.
I didn't see it either.
I don't know. And Coach Williams is like, what's going on here? How is that a shot?
And they're not in the bonus, so
no, I don't know how he calls that a shooting foul. There's no attempt at all to make a basket.
Well, here we are, 14.3 seconds left in the half. I guess it's what we thought it was going to be, but then it hasn't been in some senses. But I think you called it early this in terms of the rotation on both sides of the floor, and it's more than likely because of foul trouble. But we've seen many of the younger players into the ball game very early on both sides. No,
absolutely, and I did expect Korah to finish a little bit more on the offensive side. They've certainly had some good looks, and if they make half of the ones that they missed, it would be a 5-point ball game, and instead it's been stretched to 10, and hopefully that's for them. It's all it's going to be, but we're going to see a couple of foul shots here. Again, a little bit questionable whether that was a shooting foul. I know Coach Williams certainly didn't like that, and even St. Mary's was getting ready for an out-of-bounds play, Mike. They had everybody in the box.
Totally
they were getting ready for an out-of-bounds, and then all of a sudden he just rewards her with 2 shots from the line. And so a little bit of a break here for the Knights, and see if they take advantage of it. And Jaremko misses the first one, but I'm confident she'll make the adjustment here, and she'll make the second. And she does. So now that lead is now 11. So with 14.3 seconds left, let's see if Korah can shrink this lead here. And another long pass. These long passes are dangerous. Bateman's shot is up, and they'll get another opportunity with 3.5 left to go. So let's see what Coach Schilderoth has. He's calling the out-of-bounds play from the far sidelines. And there's Merlino. She's going to get an opportunity, and the shot is long.
And I was just going to say, just don't let them chuck up a three. And fortunately for St. Mary's, Merlino, who's been very good from three-point range, misses the shot, and it's going to be St. Mary's doubling up on Korah to end the first half.
So a fantastic half there by the St. Mary's Knights. Their defense once again being the difference here. Only allowing 11 points by the Colts, and Coach Zagordo certainly having a few words with the referees there at the end of the half. He's not happy with them, and I know Coach Barrett wasn't all that impressed either. So, but at the end of the day, it's been all Knights here in the first half, up 11 points, and certainly a lot of smiles going into the change room for the team in black. And we'll be back here in about 12 minutes time for a second half action. Don't go anywhere. This one's long from over. We'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to second half action here at Korah Collegiate, featuring the St. Mary's Knights and the Korah Colts as the second half action of the championship game. We've got the original starters for both teams back on the floor. There's a lot of foul trouble earlier in the game, which limited Delaney Elliott's minutes. She's back on the floor now. Also, Abby McKnight is back on the floor for the St. Mary's Knights. It's Martina Pucci. She was also in early foul trouble. She's back on the floor. So those girls are playing with 2 fouls, and we're hoping to see a great second half. And Korah's going to have to start strong here in the first 4 minutes. And Michaela Tremblay starts with the basketball, and her shot is strong and off the mark.
Yeah, nicely rebound by Ella Zachary. That was tight defense by St. Mary's, and see what their first offensive possession looks like as it's 22-11 starting the third quarter.
Pucci now, she's got the ball in the corner. She finds Magley. She swings it over to Jaremko. Jaremko looking for a teammate. She finds one in Abby McKnight. And St. Mary's moving the ball around the perimeter, but Korah's doing a great job limiting their opportunities. And the shot was just off the mark, and it'll be a foul called against St. Mary's, and I think that was Abby McKnight called for the foul, and the Knights now with their full court pressure, and Elliott getting it up to Pelche.
That was a dangerous collision between Delaney Elliott, and Zachary took the worst of that one. We knew it was going to be a physical heavyweight championship type.
And this again is why, this is Mike again, sorry, this is why I don't understand why there's only 2 referees in this ball game. I mean, they're missing so many things, and they're not even calling the foul, and the coaches are asking about the foul not being called, and I'm just not understanding why there's, in a game of such magnitude and so much importance, that there's only 2 of them out there. And I think it's a little bit of a disservice to the girls on the floor, but here we go. Zachary now, she has it, swings it up to the top to Magley. She gets it to Jaremko. She attacks the kill zone. Shot is up, and it's good. A great job attacking by Jaremko. She makes no mistake on the jumper, and the St. Mary's Knights again with the pressure. Zachary with the Euro. Zachary for 2, and just like we saw in the game earlier, Mike, St. Mary's coming out extremely strong in the second half, and you know, it's a little bit deflating if you're Coach Williams. You're telling your girls, hey, listen, we got to get right back in the game. We got to start strong. We got to, you know, bite into this lead a little bit early in the second half. And right after you say that, bam, St. Mary's comes out here strong. Some great job on the defensive end, some steals, finishing on the other end, turning defense into offense. And certainly not the start the Colts wanted, and certainly the start that Coach Zagorda wanted. And they're breaking this thing open.
Yeah, great summary by you, and it was some great ball movement on that first bucket by Jaremko to give her 9 points on the evening. And like you said, the quick double-double with Ella Zachary with the excellent steal and the Euro step finish, blowing this game wide open, 26-11. Still plenty of time left, obviously, but Korah's got to course correct as soon as possible. It starts with this possession.
Absolutely, and here we have that full court pressure again. And Mike, we talked about it in the first game, and another steal for just a turnover. It's just not even forced. I'm just not understanding what Korah is doing here on their press breaker. It's just 5v5. Give it to Delaney and just clear out. Like, get out of there. They're not even doing anything special. And now a nice little pass there. It's Zachary to McKnight for 2 more. And a nice finish by Abby McKnight, giving her team a 17-point lead.
Similar recipe, some good ball movement, and as you called it, McKnight with a great play, and it was almost again the steal by Jaremko on the inbound.
Just clear out. Get out of there. Yeah, just another
turn.
There it is. Throwing it away.
The pressure.
I'm not understanding this at all. Jaremko with another nice finish.
Abby Jaremko in double digits. like you said, beautiful finish, and now it's 30-11 for St. Mary's.
Now, Tremblay trying to put her team on her back. And Zachary with great defense. And Numerata now, she's going to get fouled. She'll go to the line, and maybe this helps stop the bleeding, but my goodness, what a great start by the St. Mary's Knights coming out here in the second half. And
you called it. You couldn't have called a better start to the second half in what we've seen right now from St. Mary's, a quick 8 points. In the second quarter, it was 8-3 scoring in favor of St. Mary's, so very low scoring, but Korah unable to get the offense going, and I've said it before, this is one player you don't want to send to the line. I've seen her hit a lot of shots from the free throw line. I'm going to guess that she's well above 85%.
Well, they're going to need her big time here down the stretch, and you're not going to get all 18 points back at once, and so you got to slowly chip away. But it starts in the defensive end, and you can't have these turnovers, and beat this man-to-man pressure. I'm just giving it to my best ball handler and clearing out. They don't seem to be doing any kind of a zone trap. It just seems to be just man-on-man pressure, and the Colts are certainly making it more difficult than it needs to be. Now here comes the Knights now looking to extend their lead. And it's Jaremko looking inside to Abby McKnight. What a great job going up strong, no hesitation. She can't get it to fall though. And now it's Elliott to Addie Tremblay. Addie now gets it to Tremblay, needs to get it inside, and that's what needs to happen. I mean, if I'm the Colts, I'm going to that matchup early and often with Delaney Elliott in the post with the smaller Poochie guarding here, but they haven't looked at that all season, and to me it's a little bit surprising, but they're happy with just her playing on the perimeter and being a distributor.
Yeah, and a bit of an unnecessary foul for a player in foul trouble by Poochie. Now it's 3 on the board for St. Mary's. Korah comes up empty on that possession, but I think the foul count's going to come into play here with still a lot of time left on the clock in 5 minutes and change. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say probably the same thing as you were going to say. Molly Watson checking in for the first time in this championship battle as Michaela Tremblay has a seat. A little surprising on that call too, because I don't think she's in foul trouble. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm never taking her off the floor. I mean, she's the heart and soul of this team, and she's got to find other ways to help the team win. And your best players have to be their best when their best is required, and certainly for St. Mary's that's been the case. And unfortunately, Korah struggling most of this game. I mean, every game these two teams have played have been close and just tight matches, and I was expecting this to be a 5-point game either way, and certainly this hasn't been the case. And there's Zachary again, and she's going to get fouled. It will be a baseline out of bounds play coming up for St. Mary's, but really, again, we talked about earlier before the game started, it's going to be whichever team handles the other team's pressure the best, and clearly that's been St. Mary's. And here's another opportunity here for the Knights to extend their lead, and Jaremko now, she looks to attack. Magley's shot is up, and it's good! Boom! Magley with her second 3 of the ball game, and just a great shot. And she didn't even really look all that open on that shot, and she was just ice in her veins taking the shot, and just another careless turnover there for the Colts, and this one's getting ugly. And no foul called there on the Euro step from Ella Zachary, and that's not the shot you're looking for if you're the Colts, just to pull up 3 in transition. But here come the Knights now in transition. They swing it around nicely. She's done it before when she's played the Colts and just breaking games open with 3-point shooting. And I remember earlier in the season, Peyton Magley scoring 8 straight points for the Knights to blow it open, and she's doing it again here tonight in championship fashion. And now the Knights are blowing this game wide open with a 23-point lead with 3:57 left to go. in the third quarter.
Yeah, back-to-back threes. I was pretty impressed by that myself. You've played with a few Magleys wearing a Korah Colt uniform, so the Magleys are no stranger to this gym and the field out back. But man, that was 2 great shots, and 36-13 now. St. Mary's blowing this open, and a good timeout by Korah to see if they can change their luck. As I don't know, I'm a little bit stunned. This is not what you and I expected. We were expecting 5 points or less of a spread in this championship game.
Yeah, certainly just a dominating performance here by St. Mary's, and and we talked about it. Again, your best have to be their best, and you're seeing that from St. Mary's. Ella Zachary having a strong game, Peyton Magley a strong game, Abby McKnight a strong game, Abby Jaremko just lighting it up as a grade 11 athlete. She's just going to have a fantastic basketball career once it's over. And again, unfortunately for Korah, it's just it hasn't been that way for them tonight. And they were certainly coming into this game with a ton of confidence and ready to give St. Mary's a great effort. And unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for them. And certainly they're going to need some things to happen early and often here and try to get it to at least 12 to 14 points by the time the fourth quarter begins. So let's see as it starts with this possession, and it's Delaney Elliott. Again, active hands by Pucci. Just a great defender from the perimeter, and again.
It's an all-out defense now for sure, and another turnover with Zachary with a chance, misses.
Pull-up jumper is short. Abby's putback is short as well, and a couple of nice opportunities, and there's Michaela Tremblay now. She curls. Her shot is off. A nice finish there by Burrows.
Yeah, nice little putback by Burrows.
But they're going to need to start stacking up some of these possessions. They're going to need to get some stops. They're going to have to, make some 8-0 runs here to get back into it, and it starts on the defensive end. And here we got Michaela Tremblay doing a great job on Pucci. But now there's, what a great job. My goodness. Abby Jaremko with another bucket and just does a great job on the pull-up and attacks that kill zone and it makes the decision, and the decision was to shoot it, and here we go.
Here we go.
Great job on the turnover by Pucci. She gets it to Jaremko in transition. And
yeah, great vision by Pucci, and Abby Jaremko's not going to miss from there. And
no, she's not. What a game by the youngster Jaremko, and just a great effort overall by these Knights. And you can see they're certainly jacked up there on the sidelines, and rightfully so.
Yeah, it's you see St. Mary's starting to build the confidence, and the head's starting to sink for Korah. I mean, again, there's still a lot of basketball left. It's 40-15. Obviously, they're going to start having to hit some big shots and three-point plays. See McFarland on the court, and Elliott, they got to start making it rain from three-point land.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Mike, but this game could be 3 days longer, and if they don't start putting some buckets in, it's not going to matter. Just a dominating performance here by the Knights, and just on both sides of the floor. And you talk about the basketball being 4 phases, right? You're either in defensive transition, then you're on defense, then you're in offensive transition, and then you're on offense. And the Knights have just dominated all 4 phases of this ball game, and it's just been a pleasure to watch, and certainly something to be proud of if you're a St. Mary's Knight tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And much like you, I've asked all the coaches, who they're going to dedicate tonight's game to, win or lose. And Coach Zagordo, much like Coach Nate, was quick to say, as great move by Zachary, quick to say, I'm dedicating tonight's game, to the players. They have put in all the work this year. They have been tireless. They've been fantastic to coach. So he was looking to end up not to be the first Zagordo with a championship at St. Mary's this year, but certainly put his name on the list. And there's still plenty of basketball to play, but thought he was, it was poignant that he was giving it all to the players as they continue to play it all on the floor tonight.
Yeah, a little physicality there, and maybe a little bit of frustration there by Michaela, but that's going to happen when she makes contact with people. And out comes Michaela Tremblay again, and McFarland also has a seat.
Yeah, and True Tom's taken a couple spills in this game. She's still going to battle, but she's probably put her on the list of individuals going to need a bag of ice after this one.
Zachary now. Abby gets her shot blocked, but it will stay Korah basketball.
Yeah, nice block by Burrows.
The Knights looking to continue putting pressure. Merlino now. Again, she had the advantage and gets it back to Elliott.
Elliott with just 2 points in this contest as she turns it over. And makes a great play to get the ball back, a block and a steal.
Yeah, if I'm the Colts, I'm letting Lou Maranta carry the ball up, and I'm just going to post up Delaney Elliott and allow her to go to work down low. And I just don't see the advantage of having Delaney playing at the top the entire game and being a distributor. They need her to score, and she hasn't really had a lot of scoring opportunities playing the point. So not to say it didn't work during the regular season. It certainly has. I mean, she's such a great player, but tonight it's just it's not going their way, and it will be St. Mary's basketball right now underneath the basket. And it's 42-15 here at Korah. And what a dominating performance. And here's Jaremko again, just attacking that zone. And Withers now getting it to Edgar. Edgar takes it back to Jaremko. Jaremko counters, shot is up, just off the mark. It is off the rim. And it will be Korah basketball, but again, this pressure is relentless. Now Coach Zagordo is telling the girls to get back. No need to pressure anymore with 5 seconds left to go. Elliott's shot is up and off the mark. And after 3 quarters of play here at Korah Collegiate in the senior girls final, it is St. Mary's Knights 42 and the Korah Colts 15.
Yeah, just looking at the score after halftime, that was a 24 result, meaning St. Mary's with 20 points in that quarter and just 4 for Korah. Not going to do it. Certainly, as we flip to the fourth quarter, we're going to have to start thinking about our athletes of the game. Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top athlete of the game when Superior Sports, or when Sault Sports TV streams the regular and postseason games. Each game, Sault Sports TV announcers will select a player from each of the teams where they will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and a Team Essentials Athlete of the Game t-shirt. Very popular amongst the players. And obviously Coach Lillington will be thinking about all the players on both teams, and stay tuned for the end of that game for the winner of that award.
Yeah, so many options here on both teams, and certainly going to look forward to announcing that with a few minutes left to go in this one. And Korah now just looking for any answers to try to get things going here. And there's a shot by Merlino off the mark and rebounded nicely by Bateman. She kicks it out to Lou Maranta, gets it to Merlino, and Elliott's shot is off the mark. Rebounded nicely there by Lou Maranta. She'll be rewarded with 2 foul shots from the line, and a good possession there by the Colts offense.
Yeah, Lou Maranta is perfect from the line, 4 for 4. In fact, all her points tonight have been from the charity stripe. No doubt she's going to add to that. Pretty automatic. She hits her first. And misses her second. Wow, I mean, jinxed her. 5 for 6 from the line. And Jaremko hits the deck. She's okay, though.
Korah basketball.
But it's going to be Korah basketball.
Elliott now, she has it at the top. No screen set there by Bayman. Back to Elliott. She goes up strong. Shot is just off the mark, and back come the Knights. It's a nice hit-ahead pass on the fast break. And Magley's shot just off the mark a little bit, and just a great job by Toms. Trying to get the ball back out, and back come the Colts. It's Elliott. Merlino now. Kicks it back out to Elliott. Swings it over to Murata. Her shot is long and off the mark. Rebounded there by Magley, and she's out of bounds. It'll still be Colts basketball. Mike, why don't we take an opportunity here to thank our sponsors?
Yeah, we should do that. I'd like to thank our corporate champions, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, Freeze Frame Photos by Bob Davies, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and True Sports Radio. Thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring Saultsports TV all season long. Ryan, I think you want to tell us a little bit about Elite 8 basketball while we have an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, there's an injury there, and that's unfortunate. A little bit of a collision there, and Emily Bateman is a little slow getting up, and hopefully for her it's not too serious. We know she's a competitive ski racer, and certainly don't want her to get injured here on the basketball floor at any rate, but the Elite 8 Basketball Academy is extremely proud to be sponsoring high school boys and girls basketball again this year, and the Academy instructs the basketball from ages grade SK all the way up to senior varsity, and so many programs have been offered over the last year and continue to be offered, and just launched our club team program with our U14 girls and boys programs, and the U14 girls are on their way to North Bay coming up here in the next couple of weeks, so looking forward to 4 games happening there. And we're going to check out the Nipissing Lakers play Carleton that weekend, so they're going to be looking forward to that as well. And the U14 boys are doing a great job and are getting ready to travel. And we had a shooting and finishing school for high school girls. We'll do the same thing for the boys, and we currently have a junior NBA program as well that's off and running. So lots of things happening with the Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and for more information, just reach out by email or visit the website at elite8basketball.com.
Yeah, certainly a great program for anybody interested in basketball. I know my daughter's enjoying herself as part of the Elite 8 Academy and playing with some girls her age, and she's really looking forward to her first tournament. My other girls got a chance to play Junior Thunderbirds, but this is really her first chance. So thank you for you and your staff for providing that opportunity. As Ryan said, there's still spots available. I think Lou Maranta may have gone to the Elite 8 Academy of free throw shootings because she's 90% and above, as I mentioned. Now she's 7 for 8.
Yeah, nice pass inside by Lou Maranta. Can't get it to go after the pass. And Mia was part of our shooting and finishing school last year, and certainly just such an intense player. And you got to feel a little bit bad for some of these girls. You know, they're coming into this game, with what they felt was a great game plan, and and certainly had some opportunities earlier in the game that would have made this a little bit closer. They just didn't fall, and then after that the floodgates opened and the Knights just totally dominated and started on the defensive end. And they worked so hard all season long, the Michaela Tremblays, the Delaney Elliott's and company, and certainly not the way they wanted to go out here. But the nice thing about this, Mike, is they get to turn the page on this game and certainly look forward to Nassau and maybe righting the ship there. And I'm not expecting this kind of an output from them once they travel to Nassau, and so they'll certainly have another opportunity. But as far as this game goes, it's been all St. Mary's Knights, and Coach Segordo and company are extremely pleased with the effort that they got from their girls. And again, their best players were their best players, and certainly dominated on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, it certainly has been a dominant performance, and one of the best of the season, certainly in the high school circuit, and they picked a good time to put on, I'm going to say, their best team performance, because we got scoring from all across the lineup. As the coach said, he's got a number of players that can score, and they certainly have contributed. Whether you look at Jaremko tonight, Zachary, Magley, also McKnight. It's just been contributions from a variety of players, which is cool. Martina Pucci with a big three early on in the first half. So got to be pleased as they try to wrap this title up.
Back pivot there by Delaney Elliott is off the mark, and St. Mary's certainly feeling it and getting excited here. Yeah, you talked about it, Mike. And it's going to be tough to pick an athlete of the game tonight if you're picking for St. Mary's. And your daughter hitting some big threes down the stretch kind of really blow this open. And just a steady play of Abigail Jaremko all game long, being physical. And there's a three for Katie McFarland.
Yeah, she's been dangerous for a long time from distance, and nice to see her hit that bucket.
Yeah. Ella Zachary having just a complete ball game on both sides of the floor, scoring in transition. So, between those three girls, Magley, Zachary, and Jaremko, it's going to be certainly tough to pick a player of the game for sure. I might just make him rock, paper, scissors it, Mike. That might be the way to determine the winner of that for sure.
I know how the Sioux works, so I'm not going to have any part of that for the St. Mary's, but I'm going to definitely pick the Korah player, and early vote and probably unanimous is Mia Lumarenta.
Yeah, she's just been so consistent on both sides of the floor, and not missing too many of her foul shots, and certainly being the aggressor, going to the rim, and she's been a calming force for her team all year long, and the leader for her team. And it's certainly not the way that she wanted to end her basketball career locally, but again, they'll have an opportunity to correct these ills and certainly put out a better effort in Nassau.
Yeah, for sure.
Emily Edgar checking out.
Yeah, she's had a solid game. Emily Edgar, a couple big blocks, couple big inbounds, big contributions from her. Going to need that. They want to do what they plan to do at Nassau, but still got to finish this one out with 4 and change. I know Delaney Elliott's going to play to the final whistle. That's for sure.
Zachary now. Zachary's coming the other way. She gets it to Magley, gets it inside to McKnight, and McKnight goes up strong. I wasn't sure if that was blocked or not, but back come the Colts, and that long pass gets intercepted by Jaremko. A little sloppy here down the stretch for both teams, and a nice little pass. Boom! It's Zachary for 3.
And you know what? When I had a chance to talk to Ella, she was totally locked in. Mentioned it earlier. She made me aware that she's never had a city championship, and she certainly came back. That was her number one mission. But she also mentioned what we just saw there, that her and Peyton were locked in all season, and if they're looking for each other, which they often do. She thought they had a good chance to do what we just saw there, and nice to see that all season, but that was a huge bucket by Zachary.
Yeah, and just a great conceptual basketball there, Mike. A lot of times when you get the ball into the post area or in the key area and you kick it out, you want those 2 passes out, and Magley does a great job of making that extra pass to a wide open shooter, and you give Ella Zachary an open shot and she's not going to miss too many of those. And when you talk about the season that she's had, and certainly Magley has had a fantastic season, and you could flip it back and forth all year long on maybe who their best player was game in, game out. But when you look at Ella Zachary early, she's getting steals, she's finishing, playing great defense, hitting some big shots, and the fact that how much this game means to her, and the fact that she's never won a championship, and this is going to be her first one. She's going to get the sentimental vote in this one, and here she is again. And I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag now, Mike, as she goes to the line for 2. Our Team Essentials and Wendy's player of the game for the St. Mary's Knights is going to be number 13, Ella Zachary.
And they're not going to send her to the line.
They're not. Nope. Must have called a foul elsewhere. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I thought she was too. So.
And there's Merlino going to the line. She'll go to the line for 2 after being fouled there.
Yeah, she gets a second chance from the line for Merlino. And like you said, between Ella and Peyton, they complement each other. I know Peyton, she thinks defense first too, prides herself on playing defense, and they've really been the linchpin of this team. And Coach Zagoro mentioned that all season long. Both those players ended up being named All-Stars in their tournament in Fanshawe, which was super cool to be on that list. But true team players, they were both more excited about winning the tournament and what the team did. And to a person, they both talked about that tournament being an excellent team bonding experience for the girls as they progress through the season. So,
no, absolutely. And I just want to say how impressed I am with Abby Jaremko and the job she's done as a grade 11 player. And to step up in a game like this, you're not sure how the younger players are going to play, but she of course has that championship pedigree and has some experience winning championships at the junior level. Now she steps in here and just a wonderful athlete and just a great basketball player overall. And the future is bright here at St. Mary's basketball for sure. And it's a embarrassment of riches, and certainly they came here to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish, and they've done that in a big way. And Mike, maybe I'll give you this opportunity. I think, did you already mention the player of the game for Korah?
I'm going to mention it for sure.
Yeah.
And before I say that, as we mentioned earlier, the award is sponsored by Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials. Each athlete of the game will get a Wendy's gift card and a very popular Team Essentials Athlete of the Game t-shirt for the Korah Colts. She was clutch from the line. It's number 15, Mia Lumarenta. Very good finish to her high school career. We look forward to giving her that t-shirt and seeing what the basketball future looks like for her.
Absolutely. And Elliott now to close out the game and gives it to Merlino, and she finishes for 2.
Yeah, give Vivi Merlino 4 points, and that'll be another player coming back next season. Just a grade 11 player, so we look forward to seeing what she can do.
Little screen there by Michaela on Magley. She gets up smiling, and
oh boy.
Oh,
that was not good.
Yeah, they're okay. Ella bounces up, and so does Mia, and
Looked like
they'll be shooting bonus from the line here as Mary's has 5 fouls, and
Yeah, Ella's checking her face there, making sure she's okay.
she's got to look good for that athlete of the game picture she's going to take there later with Shaw Auslander. So protect that face, Ella. You got a couple pictures to take care of here.
I have a feeling that that's not going to mean as much as the championship trophy, but
Well, I'm sure she's going to have pictures with those too, Mike. That's what I said. She got a lot of pictures to take here.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
And it's going to be smiles all around for St. Mary's. Very tough to win a junior and a senior championship title. So very well done by all the players and the coaching staffs at St. Mary's College. That's for sure, as there's still a couple minutes left and we wind this down.
Abby McKnight again. She goes up strong. Shot blocked by Michaela Tremblay. And I mean, it hasn't been a terrible showing for Korah on defense. They just can't get anything on offense to fall, and just really struggling all the way around. And there's Michaela Tremblay trying to get something going. And Merlino now, her shot is up and off the mark. And Tremblay's one more attempt, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Michaela Tremblay, just 1 point all evening. That's a bit surprising to me. As you said, they struggled a little bit on offense, but
well, I mean,
did expect her to factor into the offense tonight.
Well, part of that struggle is great defense, and Abby McKnight's just done a great job, not just physically but mentally as well on Michaela Tremblay, not making anything easy, and everything that she had to take down low was contested, and that just shows you how exhausted Michaela is at the end of this ball game. And you got to give Abby McKnight a lot of credit. She came into this season wanting to become a better basketball player for her team, and very established soccer player is Abby, and wanting to improve her basketball and just to be a good teammate and give her team a little more than what she has in the past, and she certainly has done that, not just tonight but all season. And kudos to Abby McKnight for that.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, I mean, just talking about it again, I mean, all these fans packed this gym thinking that it was going to be one of those games, right? One of those tight matchups, a game you could talk about for a long time, and looking for that big play at the end of the game that's going to spark their team to victory. And when you look at the score, and it's a 20-point game, and it's kind of taking the air out of the room for most of the game here, and certainly. Again, just kudos to St. Mary's for just putting it all together at the right time and just having the game that they really wanted and expected. And, man, they were just a buzzsaw that was not going to be stopped here tonight. And you got to give them all the credit. I mean, it's not about Korah having a bad game. The Knights forced them to have that bad game. And on both sides of the floor, they were just dominant.
I couldn't put it any better than that. These two teams went toe-to-toe a few years ago in grade 10, Peyton's junior year, and Korah was the favorite, and that was a very entertaining contest, and it was a very good game, and St. Mary's ended up on the right end of that one, and then this one here, I was expecting a very similar matchup, and here we go. With St. Mary's going to claim their first city championship in the senior level in a number of years. I'm sure Coach Zagorda will tell me when, but it's going to be a big one for St. Mary's. And like I said, our friends Jim Monaco and Robbie Zagorda got a pretty big one a couple weeks ago that just as fans of football and fans of those guys, we were happy to see it happen, and Dave's going to join his cousin with a title here in a few minutes.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you said it. Certainly happy for Jim Monaco and Robbie Zagordo. Those guys deserved a championship a long time ago, and now they finally got one. And you can catch that action tomorrow, 1 o'clock. At Superior Heights, as the St. Mary's Knights will play the Llewellyn Knights for NASA Championship bragging rights. So certainly stay tuned for that, and you'll see some great football action tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
starters are out for Mary's. They're pretty excited on the bench. Haven't seen a smile on Coach Segordo's face most of this game, but he's starting to get a little smirk, and even Coach Scarpino and Lefebvre, Marty Pettinelli, the staff at St. Mary's with a big shot. Was that number 5?
It was. Maddie Pelche gets on the scoreboard with a 3 of her own. And as we wrap this up, there's 10 seconds left to go in this ball game, and the countdown is on. And your 2023 city champions, the St. Mary's Knights. Congratulations to Coach Segordo and company. Well-deserved, ladies. Well-deserved.
Yeah, you said it, well-deserved. Other than that one game versus Korah this year, it was wins across the board in the city circuit for St. Mary's. They go 10-1, and they're pretty excited about this championship. And I don't blame them. There's quite a few graduating players, including my daughter, who's pretty excited to leave St. Mary's a champion, and I'm sure you know a lot of other players on that team as well that are pretty excited to claim this title.
No, absolutely, and just happy for Peyton, happy for Ella, happy for Abby, and the rest of that crew. And when you're a graduating player and you get to end it in your city as champions, it's something they'll carry with them for a long, long time, and they'll remember the preparation it took to get to this game. They'll remember that last week preparing for this tough matchup and how it all fell together and how they were able to dominate. And it's going to be something that this group's going to remember for a long, long time. And their season's not over. They're going to get an opportunity to go to NASA and claim the NASA championship, and then as well they're going to have an opportunity to go to offside if they make it to that final. So again, congratulations to the Korah Colts for having a great season, but hats off to the Knights for a dominating performance.
Before we start the awards presentation, I'd just like to point out that both St. Mary's and Korah will be representing Sault Ste. Marie at the Double Triple A NASA Festival next weekend in North Bay. So good luck to both teams, and you'll represent the Sault area. Before we present the league and city championship titles, the referees do a little award for all the 4 high school teams. It's called the Referees Award.
So they're just going to announce now the Referees Award as we stay live. Just to the Referees Award is an award presented by the referees for sportsmanship and ability throughout the year. And so Vito Tassoni is going to be handing out the Referees Award. They're going to announce the nominees here to start.
So from Superior Heights, Angelina Broussard.
So Angelina Broussard from Superior Heights is the nominee for that school, and she's getting a loud round of applause. Very light athlete is Angelina, and she's just when you think about the season that Superior Heights had, not a lot of experience on that team, a lot of first-year players playing basketball, period, not just in senior. And, they had the likes of Maya Ferguson and Angelina Broussard. They had a tough season, but they certainly came out and fought every single night, and kudos to Angelina for her nomination.
Absolutely, and I had a chance to coach Angelina in soccer, and she's just a well-deserving athlete and a fierce competitor, so nice to see her get recognized at court level.
From Korah Collegiate, Michaela Tremblay.
And now Michaela from Korah.
And finally, from St. Mary's College, Ella Zachary.
And Ella Zachary for St. Mary's to round out the nominees.
I apologize to the White Pines player. I didn't catch.
So congratulations to all 4 girls representing the Referees Award. This year's winner for the 2023-24 Referees Award is Ella Zachary from St. Mary's.
And Ella Zachary, she's not just getting Team Essentials and Wendy's gift card for athlete of the game, Mike.
T-shirt's not looking so good compared to that trophy, Shaw. What else we got in the kit? Just kidding.
What a great moment for those girls, and Ella Zachary for taking home the hardware there. And she gets the championship she's never had, and now she's getting a little bit more hardware for herself as well. And unlike the past, they don't have the MVP. They don't have MVP awards anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
For some odd reason, but here is the girls for their regular season.
Congratulations, St. Mary's, for capturing the City League champion.
Yeah, I wish that would be a trophy, but the captains for St. Mary's will gladly accept it.
At this time, I'd like to call Dave Zagordo, head coach,
Dan?
to call out his teams for the city championship medals.
Thanks, Terry Lynn. Korah, congratulations on a great season. Thank you, Korah, for hosting tonight's city championship. So give a round of applause for Korah 22, please. And also thank yourselves, parents, friends, and families, supporting all these girls all year round. You know, they worked hard since the last week of August, and we're here in November, and they're still working hard. So give yourselves a round of applause as well. All right, Grace Agua.
Coach Zagordo now just
Eva Provenzano.
announcing
Naya Benelli.
his players to come and get their championship medals. And
Chloe Carrillo.
Yeah, so was the fun part for the coach when you hand out the medals. And like you said, you've been working for this for months, and I know you've been there. It's night in, night out in the gym, sometimes 6 days a week. These coaches and volunteers
Ella Zachary.
put in a lot of time, and of course the players, they're balancing everything from jobs to their studies to practice, and
Martina Pucci.
it's all worth it when you end up on top like St. Mary's tonight. But even for Korah, the Korah players, heads held high. You and I talked about it. To make a championship in a city final is fantastic too, and they're going to go to Nassau, so their work is not over yet, Coach.
yeah, no, it's far from over. And it is unfortunate. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate when you have one of your worst games in such an important night, and I don't ever see Korah having another game like this the rest of the year. So it really is about just turning the page. They're not going to look at the film of this game whatsoever. They know the mistakes they made and certainly how to correct them. So it's about turning the page and really focusing on, a couple of games in a round robin at Nassau, and then hopefully getting another chance to play St. Mary's and giving them another shot. So, yeah, certainly not the game they wanted, but certainly they had a fantastic season, and no need to hang their heads for sure.
No need to hang your heads at all. I know we're going to wind this down, but I just want to say it was a pleasure to get this opportunity to work with you. I know it's been a while, and certainly been a treat. It's going to be a lot easier to go home with two city champions in the house. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, no doubt, Mike. And I know you were a little bit hesitant to do this game because your daughters were playing, and you did a great job, and as always. And looking forward to hearing your games when you're announcing the Algoma U games. Make sure we go out and support those girls as well. And we're both dads of 3 girls, so when we see moments like this where they can be successful and confident and really learn those life lessons that these sports give these girls, it's really nice to see. And congratulations to both Peyton and Sienna, your daughters, for not just winning the championship but being leaders on their team. And congratulations to the St. Mary's program all the way around. Just a great night of basketball for them, and it's just really nice to see. So. Again, my name is Ryan Lillington. We're here with Mike Magley. We had Chris Carr, superstar, on the camera, and Shaw Hauslander in the studio. And we're looking forward to seeing these girls and the results from Nassau. But until then, we'll see you soon, as the boys will start their seasons very shortly as well. So congratulations, and good luck at Nassau, girls, and safe travels. And we'll see you
in a couple of weeks. Until